I thought I knew everything about her, until one day I discovered a secret that changed everything. Was our love real, or was I just living a lie? I had always believed in love, the kind that makes your heart race, the kind you read about in novels. And with Emily, I thought I had found it. We met in the most unexpected way at a bookstore. I reached for a book, and so did she. Our hands touched, and we exchanged an awkward smile. From that moment, everything changed. Emily was different. She had this infectious laughter, eyes that sparkled with secrets, and a warmth that made me feel like the luckiest man alive. We spent hours talking about our dreams, our fears, and the future we wanted together. But life has a way of surprising us in ways we never expect. For 2 years, our love felt perfect. But then, small things began to shift. Emily would get distant at times, lost in thought. Sometimes, I would wake up in the middle of the night to find her staring at her phone, her expression unreadable. "Is everything okay?" I asked one night, my voice filled with concern. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. Of course, just work stress. I wanted to believe her, but doubt is like a seed once planted, it grows. One evening, as we were out for dinner, Emily excused herself to take a phone call. She seemed nervous, her hands trembling slightly. When she returned, I asked casually, "Who was it?" She hesitated, just for a fraction of a second, before replying, "Just an old friend." Her voice was steady, but something felt off. That night, I couldn't sleep. Something inside me told me that Emily was hiding something. I didn't want to be the jealous boyfriend, but I had to know the truth. One morning, while Emily was in the shower, her phone buzzed on the nightstand. I knew it was wrong, but my hands moved before I could stop them. The message was simple but chilling. "We need to talk. I can't keep this secret anymore." My heart pounded. Who was this person? What secret was she hiding? Over the next few days, I started paying closer attention. Emily would disappear for hours without explanation. When I asked, she'd brush it off, saying she was meeting a friend or running errands. One evening, I decided to follow her. I told myself I was being paranoid, but deep down, I needed answers. She stopped at a small cafe where a man was already waiting for her. They spoke in hushed tones, her face filled with emotions I couldn't read. And then, she did something that shattered mesh, reached across the table and held his hand. That night, I couldn't keep silent anymore. "Who is he, Emily?" I demanded, my voice shaking. She froze, her face going pale. "What are you talking about? I saw you with him at the cafe. What secret are you hiding?" For a moment, she looked like she might lie again. But then something broke inside her. She took a deep breath and whispered, "There's something I need to tell you." Emily's eyes filled with tears as she confessed. "His name is Daniel. He was my husband." The words hit me like a punch to the gut. Was? He died, or at least that's what I believed. But 3 months ago, I got a message from him. "He's alive, Liam, and I don't know how to tell you." My world spun. The love of my life had been married to a man she thought was dead. And now, he was back. For days, I struggled to process the truth. Was our love built on a lie? Had I just been a replacement for someone she had lost? Emily assured me she loved me. I never meant to hurt you. I thought Daniel was gone forever. But now I don't know what to do. Her words hurt more than I expected because they meant she hadn't chosen yet. I had to make a decision before she did. One evening, as she sat beside me, waiting for an answer I couldn't give, I finally spoke. I love you, Emily. But love shouldn't feel like a question. It should be an answer. Her eyes filled with tears. But she didn't stop me as I stood up and walked away. Leaving was the hardest thing I had ever done. But sometimes the only way to find the truth is to let go of the lie. Months passed, and I heard rumors that Emily and Daniel had reunited. Maybe their story was meant to continue. Maybe it was meant to begin again. One thing was certain: what I had with Emily was real, but it was also built on a past she couldn't let go of. As I stood on the shore, watching the waves crash against the rocks, I smiled for the first time in a long time. Some love stories aren't meant to last forever, but that doesn't mean they weren't real. Trust is the foundation of love once broken. Can it ever be the same again?